Yo, 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 welcome to the podcast that never was. I'm your host, Meetrus, along with my guy Tay,
What it do?
Dre.
What's up?
Got my boy Lizah in here again with us today.
Yeah.
We here to discuss a Black History episode today. So we're gonna start off by asking, why do we celebrate Black History Month? Or do you celebrate Black History Month? I guess. So
It better be, yeah. Nigga, we
I
black.
mean, but some people don't change up anything really.
I'm
They
saying,
just,
yeah, true.
Then we gotta get
You know,
that.
they keep
I'm
pushing.
Can I
So,
just?
yeah,
I'm
who
gonna
wanna
start
go
off.
with?
I'm gonna just read off what it pretty much said online, like about Black History Month. It was like Black History Month is an annual celebration of achievements by African Americans in a time for recognizing the central role of blacks in U.S. history. Also known as African American History Month, the event grew out of the Negro History Week, the brainchild of noted historian Carter G. Woodson and other prominent African Americans. Since 1976, every U.S. president has officially designated the month of February as Black History Month. Other countries around the world, including Canada and the United Kingdom, also devote a month to celebrating Black history.
You say it started off as a week?
That what it said?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Negro History Week.
Negro History Week.
3 weeks.
How you feel about it?
How I feel? I mean, I'm gonna tell you something that really stand out to me that I really don't understand, and I think it's kind of I kind of need to talk about it more within some of these questions. Is the fact that like Black history isn't celebrated in schools, so I think that's where we kind of lose some of our like
Yeah,
far as
control of curriculum.
exactly, like we don't learn enough about our own history, so we don't know. So what is there, like people be like, what is there to celebrate when we don't know nothing? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When we ain't taking the time out to study and see like what our elders and what the OGs, how they done set this stuff up for us, what they done did for us to make our lives better, we don't know. And they don't teach that in school at all. Unless you go to like an HBCU which
Yeah.
they probably celebrate stuff every day and they teach you. They got African American Studies classes, which we didn't have that. Like at Gardner Well, we didn't have an African American Studies course. I remember like I think they was thinking about making a course for that, but I don't think they thought they was gonna have enough students.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like,
crazy.
damn, this shit wild. I don't know nothing. Like
That
now,
should be a part. That should just be just a prerequisite for the curriculum.
Right.
That's how it was at Lincoln.
And-
I was wanting to take that shit. They said there wasn't enough people interested.
see,
They used to have it though, cause Kirkland taught it.
did?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, they did African American studies, and it was like I know my first freshman sophomore year they had it, cause
Damn,
Kirkland
I
taught that shit.
wish I would have took it, bro, because that would have helped me understand a lot more. Now you
And
got to do
that's
your own
that's
research.
probably a lot of control shit too. To be honest, like they probably pick and choose like what they talk about. Sure.
I think now if I had the decision to like go to a HBCU, I definitely would have went over Gardner Webb any day because just knowing kind of the history of our background and where we came from, bro, it stands tall to me like itself. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to know this. We need to know who created what and who did what for us now. That's helping us out today.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't look at it like that when we was picking schools. Like we never took the education part to like a serious notion of like, damn, I might learn more about my people and like my background. We just went ahead and chose because of maybe parties, maybe sports, maybe home, close to home, whatever it may have been. But yeah, it's definitely not taught enough. And the things they do teach is pick and choose. It's like they pick and choose what they want to teach. So.
They tell you about Harriet Tubman. Everybody know who that is. Everybody know who Dr. Martin Luther King is.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some real niggas. I want to talk about Malcolm X and his views. Let's talk about other people. You know what I'm saying? Let's tell the truth about the Black Panther.
And why you say
You know
that?
what I'm saying? Like, they don't tell the truth about this.
And why you say that? I feel like that documentary and shit that they made on Malcolm X, I feel like that's the most I've ever learned about him. And it was about him being bad.
That's
It was about him being a bad person.
Exactly.
And that's one of the
Somebody
best.
wanted
That
to
shit was
came
good
on
as
Yeah, on
hell.
Netflix,
I still ain't watched
That
it.
shit
It was
It's
good.
good.
But I mean, you never hear about people that's like really important and shit like that unless
that rift in the culture. You never hear about them after they dead.
Until they dead, exactly. So, and it shouldn't be like
people. They can control the narrative then, especially if it ain't somebody close to them. They can really like dictate what they trying to do.
The three people you mentioned, rift made a rift in something. Like, you know what I'm saying? They went against the grain at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then they still got the narrative. I don't know if that's what the narrative was on the documentary as far as them like they own the FOI killing him.
Yeah.
And they pretty much said that didn't happen. But I'm saying that's always been a narrative. Even I had listened to a podcast last night. That, that's like in their like synopsis of the whole, like as far as his life, like that was one of the things, like he got to a point and his own killed him. So that was pretty much what they were saying too. And people from the FOI came out and said that wasn't true.
You should definitely watch it.
Yeah, watch that.
I rarely watch TV.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth, I said the same shit, and then I said that, and then I watched it, and then if you... I don't want to say too much without fucking it up, you know what I'm saying? But it does, like, kind of...
It runs on that trail.
It's like kind of how like Christian people are though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a Christian people will bury you in the ground. Like you know what I'm saying?
Once you show
not
ways
necessarily,
of going against
but
them.
if you go against it, they'll resent you and throw you off. So I think sometimes like when you got such a strong faith and shit that
that's some of them biggest hypocrites there is.
Though. Yeah, for sure.
But I was on the same wave as you. I put to educate younger people and the people who pay attention. And that's why we celebrate it, just to keep the education alive, and just because we know it's dimming out, kind of in a sense. So it's just like whoever paying attention, this is knowledge for you, because we don't do any specific, you know what I'm saying, things to where it's like Black History Month and these are the events that's happening, and this is happening, whatever that. It's just simply this Black History Month. We're gonna throw all of this stuff out and information out that we usually don't do. It's just like an extra effort because we know at the same time it's a handicap. So it's like we do it all of this month because we know we should celebrate it more all the time anyways, in a sense. And it's just kind of like it's kind of like backwards to itself. But yeah, that's what I had. It's just like a handicap to pushing it forward, because if we end it, it'll help us to just open up dialogue all the time towards it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we got to put our foot down if we was to end it and actually do that. So it's kind of like because once you go for something, you're gonna see who really with it and who not. So at the end of the day, let's say we take it out, and then we slack on information. Period. Then it's just like, damn, we don't got the money, or we didn't really do too much after that. So it's just like I feel like it's a handicap just because of that.
I think it'll fuck it up even more if they take it away though.
Yeah.
Because niggas don't even, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
really
niggas
don't acknowledge it.
Yeah, niggas don't even barely
saying.
acknowledge it now. And it's because, like you said, people don't speak enough about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't speak enough about our culture in general, as far as us being killed, as far as us, black people in general, if people look at us, it's always going to be negative.
Negative, bro.
It's going to be hard to kind of push that narrative on people, especially when we don't control that, you know what I'm saying? And the white people, or I ain't going to say white people, but that is what it is. But,
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, but I figure we should, like, but yeah, we should, especially, like, we should be doing this shit all year round, I feel like, because I'm saying it's nothing that should just be a one-time or a one-month thing, or all right, this month I want to lock in and learn some shit. Like, you should always
this day,
you should always want to learn about your culture and just different shit, where stuff began or where it originated, even the good, the bad. Like, we should take this time to, I guess, you can signify more like during this time, I guess, but it should be year round where you just really like pushing the issue, like to learn about what's going on and what happened, good, bad, whatever, like everything. Because I'm saying all of it's a part of our history. So, and then I would like really, I like every time. Cause my sister like to read, I always push her. I always like, since she like to read, I'll get her shit that like it's gonna.
It's education.
Yeah, it's gonna stimulate her. Like you gonna
read up. Yeah, I don't read.
You want to read? I'm gonna get you some stuff to read, and then I'll be like, you read this book and tell me what you learned about. I'll give you some money, like. Just to incentivize the shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what? People need to read every day.
I mean,
you need to take your time out and read.
You're supposed to read, what is it, 60 books a year? I think it's supposed to be like 60 books a year.
Like
30 to 60 books a year.
Does that shit count? Does all that count? Twitter and reading stuff online? Do you think that counts?
That's a tricky question.
I mean, I think as far as articles, the content that you looking at,
it depends on what's on your timeline.
Because I stay on the internet literally like
what's
all
on your
day
timeline? Because I follow
what I'm
conspiracy theories. I follow people that's motivated, like financial, like some financial things. That's like, okay, I can scroll through this Instagram. He telling me how to save money.
You be on that Gary Vee.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurship. It's just like there's certain things you looking at. It's so much information that you have to be on your phone at some point in time to know something.
You gotta fuck with.
Yeah, his studio.
I really don't like him, but I like him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got to if you're real. Like, yeah.
Like sometimes he piss me off because he is very one dimensional. Yeah. Like if you listen to him talk, he really like
he's decisive.
I feel like he's like selfish, but without really knowing. Like, you know, some people like really selfish. Like everybody always say, if you ever hear him talk, he always say I, me, like mine.
Yeah, that's why I don't listen to that nigga. Cause like, that nigga always be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one who did this.
Yeah, but if you look at what he did, it's like he trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to teach you whoever gonna listen.
It's a beauty in being selfish sometimes.
And he say don't take his tones more than you take his words. You know what I'm saying?
But it come off just so
bad. New York niggas be. You know what I'm saying? New York niggas.
You still gotta take that into account. You can't just be saying shit and just think somebody's gonna take it any way you say it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, with that. Yeah, it should be more just all the time.
Yeah,
like,
all the time. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, and that's why I always push her to that.
Like, that's one thing I said. It should be a Black History Facebook group as much as there is a yard sale group, as much as there is a music group, as much as there is a community for this and that. That's what I was saying. Like, we could put a damn Black History like group together on Facebook and just people gonna add to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because and just keep that shit.
People get scared though. I think it scares people away.
A lot of people don't know that shit.
They don't know. They don't care. They don't care, bro.
Because you got to seek now. It's out there for you, so you got to seek now. It wasn't out there, so they gave it to us back in the day, but it's out there, so you got to seek for your information now. And that's what's harder because it's easier. Once it's easier, you know if you really want to love and do that shit, you're passionate for it. So it's like what you look up and what you put in front of you is what you really want at the end of the day.
Blacks, and as a culture, like, we want everything easy. Yeah, that's why niggas be dope boys. They want fast stuff. Pride. They want easy stuff.
We want things easy, or we want things that show you that we got things. You know what I'm saying? That material type shit. So yeah, it's just pride.
And I think that come with just like the type of mind state that you have too, like about certain type of things, because like, you know, as black people, like we said the other day, you know, you always gonna come out with two stripes, especially if you're a male. You black and you a male, you always gonna have them two stripes. And on top of that, you gotta look at it like this. Like, 9 times out of 10, niggas gonna look at you like you're a criminal, even if you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So people, that's what I said, some people
they're ready for you to be one.
Some people are scared to like speak out and be a part of Black History Month, because you know what? They think that everybody's gonna be categorized the same. So they rather step away from it.
Keep their own
image. Keep their own opinion about stuff so that people can't judge them in the same light as other people. So that they don't make it as important as it should be.
But at the end of the day, bro, why block yourself from your culture when your skin's still brown, bro? Somebody from the other race is gonna look at you, and you still.
I think
it's still a nigga. I think Jay-Z or somebody like that might have said that one time. Like, bro, I'm still a nigga. Like, at the end of the day, don't do that. Celebrate it, bro. Because it went like I said earlier, man. Looking up facts and stuff on Black History, bro, it brought me kind of like a joy because it was some stuff that I truly don't know, bro. But I went to a private school in college. We didn't learn nothing. We're learning about Western civilization, and I'm like, the fuck is this? Honestly, like, bro, this is not doing anything to help me in my life right now today. Yeah. Please tell me something about my own history though, so I can learn a little something. I don't want to hear nothing about no fucking emperor from 1800s, 1800s, whatever the fuck he was doing. Like, I don't care. But honestly, that's why I say now, I would have went to an HBCU because I know they got to be nailing them with something this month that they just don't know. I need to call real and ask.
Yeah.
Because it's something that they doing, and you can just feel like.
Because schools have their own agenda in a sense too. Exactly. So they're gonna push more of those
type
of
structure from the start to the beginning.
Because
they ain't taking no place out and for no month to hit on that. They got that shit structured from beginning to end. That shit.
And I had a friend that went to school in Florida. And he said that he dropped his African American studies class because his teacher was white. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it did? The same shit.
Because it's like, how can you relate? You can't
feel
that the same. You know what I'm saying? He was
man.
like, his professor was white. He dropped the class. Like that's fucked up. Like, what you mean?
Even though they might could have been a good teacher, but nigga, you can't you really all you doing is reading from a book at this point.
Exactly.
Like,
and if I really care about my culture and how I, you know what I'm saying, where we really coming from and all of that shit, then I can't get that connection. I can't get that feel.
You can't
so
feel
different.
What's really
I give y'all something though.
thing.
It's only one white person that I would actually listen to about African American fact, and that's Gary Owen. Y'all know who Gary Owen is, the comedian and shit.
Yeah.
I think he knows black shit.
First, his daughter going to A&T too. I seen
the one who's married to a black woman.
Yeah, I seen.
I think he partially.
His daughter going to A&T.
You know, I think that just seeing him and how he was like real happy about the whole just black HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Going to homecoming, he was like, "I'm gonna be the white guy in the stands." Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more just celebrating the whole black culture to him, and I was kind of like.
Exactly.
I can get down with it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as somebody just getting a check, I mean, you on a salary, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think our culture could do more to honor Black history, and in what way differently, if any, would you like the month to be celebrated? I think we kind of harped on that a little bit.
I had a lot like do festivals, seminars, shit like that.
Like little,
just like gatherings,
like the Apple Festival type, like just something like that would be a dope.
Kind of like how they do the Martin
they do like the Juneteenth festival and stuff like that. But like during this month, you could have some shit struck. And they actually have. I haven't been seeing stuff. It's like in Charlotte and stuff, but I haven't been seeing like certain like little expos and stuff like that where they do little shit like that. But just stuff like that, just little educational things, just to have different, have a broad spectrum of just different shit that went on and just different stories and stuff like that.
Hey, can you harp on something that you just said though? A lot of people don't know what Juneteenth is.
What you talking about?
Juneteenth.
Yeah, I might have said that wrong. I got tongue.
But
a lot of people don't know what it is. I had to actually look that up not too long.
You gotta have to explain that.
You gotta explain that for the people because they don't. I swear, niggas don't know what that is. I didn't know what it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
You don't put me. It was when they
emancipation.
Slave,
African American.
Yeah, when they pretty much
I think like in like a lot of bigger cities too, because y'all probably go out of town a lot more than I do, but I know like down here, there ain't gonna be no shit like that.
Yeah, that's what
it's really southern down here. You know what I'm saying? But like outside of here, there are a lot of places that do celebrate like historically black colleges and shit like that, and that celebrate like black culture, not just in Black History Month and shit like that. It's a lot of different, like more like Florida, Atlanta, and shit like that. Like they do that shit year round. You know what I'm saying? It's just like where we at right here. Man,
they had something for Martin Luther King Day. That's probably about it.
Yeah, that's a parade. I don't even think we have a parade for that shit, dude.
We do.
That's what I'm saying. We just have a canceled
like a
day.
march. They did the Martin Luther King march. I actually was there one time though.
Yeah,
one time I was in high school.
We just got that street name too.
Oh yeah. The smallest street in Lincoln, pretty much.
I think it's back there on Ebony
White, churches and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that little road that about on Pine that takes you right off.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? That ain't even a street.
I was like, damn, that's the smallest damn street in fucking Lincoln, bro. Like,
nigga, ain't nothing over there but a chicken spot. How racist could that be? A chicken spot and a fish spot. And a fish spot.
In the hood, on my fault.
And a car dealership.
The Family Dollar.
Like, nigga, come on, man. That's embarrassing.
It really is, bro. It could at least rename Pine Street.
Nah, we can't give
Pine. We can't give Pine.
We can't do MLK like this, man.
Fuck it. You call Pine MLK, man. It's time for a new right?
Hey, it might help. It might help.
Pine ain't the same no more.
Nah. Yeah, really just doing festivals and shit like that. Different stuff. It would be shit. We probably could. Yeah, we could probably orchestrate something. Maybe I don't know. Like just something, just to
we
be.
Should then.
That would be that was my only thing.
Just to be more educated on the history and just different shit other than the ones everybody learn about. Like everybody know about the same shit. And I'm saying most of the shit we learn from movies now. Like A lot of that shit is from movies, but just being more self-taught, like you got to go out there and want to actually know the information and shit.
Okay,
you can't just damn think everything's supposed to be given to you. You want to really know that shit, you got to go find it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think that it should start in your household though?
Yes,
that's the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Like your parents need to kind of groom this into
that's
you.
where it's got to start. Cause that's the only way you're gonna really know is if it's being self-taught and then it being passed on for you to know what to go look for. Yeah. So you ain't gonna know what to look for if you going into the shit blind. And then school you ain't really gonna learn about the top 5 or whatever the ones they want to do.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Honestly, I mean, because it's like, damn, y'all gonna nail us in the head for 12 years in school or whatnot about Harriet Tubman. I'm learning this shit every year. Like, bro, I know enough.
And as you go up, the information don't. It ain't harder. Black culture quizzes, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, it's just in the history for that year or two. Then they get up out of it. As the time go, you go with the year as you in school. So it's like you in the 18 and the 19s. But as you get past slavery, they dead it. Like after that, they ain't talking no more about it. It's just whatever they want to put into your mind. So yeah,
they put a shield on it though. Yeah. They don't want you to know. They want you to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be dumb to the fact. That's just like, I hate to bring this back up, but cops. We don't know how to handle cops. They want to be stupid to them niggas. Yeah. Like they want them to be able to know everything they can do to us without us not knowing anything, any of our rights.
And when you do know your rights, they angry about that. You know what I'm saying?
They get mad. So that's when situations
that 1 up
happen.
Is now 0-0. You know what I'm saying? Now we on even now because I know what I can and can't do, and you didn't know that. You know, so yeah.
So when you hit them with the fact, it's like shocking, like, okay, you know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying?
And this nigga that. You know
what I mean? And that's the same thing I feel like with the culture as far as like in schools. They cap it, so we don't know. Like black people,
how strong we can really
how
strong we really are out here.
Most dangerous thing is
that's what I said.
It is, man.
That's what I said.
Really
online. Like as much technology we got, like we could be able to put slideshows together. Just as quick as we can stay on Instagram for a minute for some drama, as quick as that slideshow could be a 5-6 black activists, or 5 to 6 innovations, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. So that's what I was saying. Technology, we could use that to our advantage now, and just have it be more cultural all the time, rather than just
use that social media. You know what I'm saying? Make a fucking fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and if we're gonna have this shit in our face all the time, let's put information in front of us at all times. You know,
that's a good idea.
I can tell you something else, man. It starts in the hoods though. Go if you can revolutionize the hoods and let people see the history of our culture there. Once it go there, bro, it'll be everywhere. It spreads like wildfire, bro. But you gotta start where the basis of everybody actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, we all say some sort of hood. They got to. They pretty much, and I hate to put them in a box like this and wrong, because I just heard somebody on the last podcast say to put people in a box. That shit ain't cool. But if you get to them first, like I said, I think it just spreads. Mm-hmm. It spreads from hood to hood. Somebody gonna be talking. If you see them same people come around and they preaching this, it's like, okay, and they think that they the dumbest of the dumb, which that's not always true. You know what I'm saying? But you cap.
A lot of them can't avoid the circumstances, especially kids anyway.
You be product of your environment.
So you and your household. So if you really care about to grow on the things that they tell you to care about, and the things that's put in front of you to really like take in and be serious for. So you know what I'm saying, your household and the people you're around are gonna take that initiative. So if they care about all of this dumb shit, then you around it. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna lead there.
Influence you, bro.
So it's always like that as well. The people around you.
I just think that, like you said, I mean, we should get more involved with like festivals. We should do shit like that. The social media shit, I think that's a good idea. It's like you said, you start with the hood, talking to people like that. Sometimes people don't really. They always think you're trying to tell them what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You said that last podcast.
You try to educate people sometimes, and people always think you try to tell them what to do.
Especially if you're in the same places.
Exactly. Like, nigga, you over here with me. Yeah. What the fuck is you talking? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it starts with us. It definitely starts with us as a people first. We can't expect nobody else appreciate what we do. We don't seem like
we know that for a fact, nigga. We know that for a fact. We got like certain people that don't want you to elevate because you doing something that they not a part of and they not doing, and it's just like you can't look at it like that because now we all gonna be stuck here, or we not. But then when we get here, you expect something at that point,
bro.
Exactly.
Nobody wins if the family feuds.
Because once we get to a point where you wanted to be, is then you expect us to just help you get up there but nah, we remember
everybody
that
got
gap.
Their own learning curve, though.
That gap.
So
you gotta
people
close
learn
the gap
quicker. Some people adjust better, and then some, like I said, some people got that pride and they don't want to learn because they think you trying to teach them. But if they go out and learn shit on their own, not even know they're learning something, then they appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to put it in their face, they won't take it in because I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you telling me like. Nigga, you ain't better sit here and tell me nothing, nigga. I go, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I go figure out on my own. Yeah. But that's just how the ego and the pride of a black male is, though.
Yeah, it is.
Because we always been told what to do, and it's been passed down. You don't think we got that chip on our shoulder for a reason? It's because somebody's always told us what to do. Right. Whether it be us growing up and having parents and somebody telling us what to do, it's always somebody. We never feel like we got the power we honestly and actually deserve. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So. Y'all hit it right on the head with y'all's ways, so I don't really have a lot to say about it.
Do you think it's a gimmick? Like, the way they have it celebrated, like, just have it been 1 month? Do y'all think it's like a gimmick to just like a slap in the face a little bit?
I think it's a gimmick to brands and stuff like that. I think that it's a gimmick to brands.
The money coming off of it?
People who use that to sell clothes and shoes and stuff like that. You know, I think it's a gimmick to them because
see that.
They always gonna profit off of it because it's gonna be people like us that sit in a room and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people who don't.
And after that, there's nothing
give a
you
fuck
do
about
for
it.
the history of it.
It's not gonna do nothing for them. You think white people gonna make a shoe about Black History Month if they don't know that 50 niggas in the hood want a pair because it say BHM on it? They can't even spell it out fully. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things about.
That's a great way to put it.
You know,
that's crazy.
That's just how I feel.
Yeah. It's funny you can't even get niggas to buy Black History Month shit.
And then look, they cost them $200.
Like they spiked the price.
The Collins.
Yeah. Them shits is kind of hard, but they just basic shoes.
Then they spiked the price because of the reason behind it.
Yeah, you can't get them because they sell out to them.
Yeah. And then half the people that buy them are the people who just want to resell them and don't care about the actual shoe. And that's a Black History
Month shoe. To tell you the truth. Like, they spiking the hell out of this shit. Like, the little jerseys Colin was selling and shit. I was like, who was buying these? Because I ain't never seen nobody buy them. But then, like you showed me earlier, they pop up at boutiques. Mm-hmm. Just because it's a hot item, bro. Like, give it to somebody who actually wear it and, bro, and represent this. Like, I feel where this nigga coming from. Yeah. I get this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's crazy. I ain't even thought about that BHM thing, bro. Crazy, and I paid $250 for a pair of Kobe.
And it don't even say Black History Month. It just say BHM.
That was it. They gave you a little flimsy
Nike
box.
ID was still a thing.
They had a little card. I wish I still had it. Had a little card talking about like symbolizing Black History Month and Kobe the mix. I was like, man, that's some bullshit. I only liked it because it was the color. Yeah. Straight like that. But realistically, man, I should have been. You feeding into somebody else's pocket. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not really the purpose of like
supporting us.
It ain't supporting us.
It ain't supporting us. Now, unless they have like put something in it to where it supports HBCU or something like that by selling the shit, then that's different. So I can't support it. But other than that, no.
Something charitable or something like that. Yeah.
Go to a charity,
I don't see no other way than it being a gimmick, really, because 1 month is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 12 months out
like, here, now shut up.
Yeah. That's
and like niggas
as
always
soon as
say,
it's over, the month over, it's cap.
And it's the shortest month.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like niggas always say it's the shortest month, but we got that extra day this year.
Yeah, leap year shit, man.
Yeah.
29 days.
29 in this one.
So like we was talking about earlier with the Malcolm X thing, because that's going to be mine with this one, but the most inspirational story that you've learned about Black history.
Like I was saying, a lot of that shit come from movies. Yeah. Like, a lot of that shit.
So what would be your favorite Black history?
I don't know if I have a favorite. It's just a lot that
You said film?
Yeah, like this movie type thing. You got 12 Years a Slave off the head.
Oh, it's got to be like something like that.
Nat Turner movie.
That was one of mine, like, because most of the time...
Which one is 12 Years a Slave?
Oh, it's got to be... This question was about a movie?
Nah, I was just in general, but I'm just talking to him because he said you learn most from film.
I'm saying, like, that's, like, if you wasn't, like, taught... If it wasn't in your household to be, like, read this or learn about this person, something like that... Like, now that we're older, there's a lot of the shit coming out of movies. Like, the Harriet Tubman movie just came out. Like, a lot of people sure learned a lot from that. And then, like, the Nat Turner shit.
Have you seen it?
No.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't even know it was out yet. That's crazy. But you see the difference in marketing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even, like, niggas ain't, but we knew.
But,
yeah.
Like, most of the slave movies, it was damn showing us getting beat, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's always the same shit over and over and over. Yeah,
I like
over and over and over. And then, like, with the Nat Turner shit, when he came around trying to do the Nat Turner film, the person that was the actor, I think it was Nate Parker. I think that's who the actor was.
Yeah.
But as soon as he started trying to promote it, all the shit like he had allegedly raped some girl that he was found not guilty about. Like, all this like shit from his past started coming up to pretty much diminish the movie, and it was like super low in the box office and all of that shit. It like made barely anything, and it was because it was a movie about rebellion.
You
like,
said Nat Turner?
Yeah.
About the Nat Turner thing? Yeah, I remember hearing about that shit.
Like it was about a slave rebelling and actually fighting back. And
somebody
most of the
causing
shit,
a rift. Yeah,
most of the shit is always us being beat and being like just being submissive to whatever they're doing. Like
the best slavery movie was Django, man.
And that wasn't even real.
That shit was hard.
I ain't gonna lie, it was.
Django
I
was
think
that
12
dude.
Years a Slave was.
Yeah, that shit was
that
tough.
shit was tough.
Yeah,
I don't know.
A lot of them
The Help is probably be mine, but that's not really slavery though, is it? That's not that. They like a nanny. Like she was like a nanny, right?
But she was getting treated kind of like.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it was during that time.
She shit in that pie.
Yeah, and that was something.
But yeah, it was like that. Just being a rebellion. Then the Hidden Figures movie about the women that the three women that helped orbit the first space trip, and it was pretty much like they was the brains behind it.
I watched that. Yeah, I seen that shit.
Yeah, with Taraji and
I like Taraji.
Janelle Monáe and somebody else was in it, but like they was the ones that helped orbit that jump, the first launcher. So and they were even in that jump, like they was being treated having to walk halfway across the plant just to go to the bathroom and shit like that, and they just wasn't respected as black women.
You know, we talk about music and stuff like that, so y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but in like 1989, Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff, they actually won a Grammy for Parents Don't Understand. It was best rap performance, but they boycotted. They didn't go. Like, nah, we ain't going because they didn't put that segment of the Grammy on TV.
Oh, they
so
never
rap
they
still do that. Yeah, but that I think best rap performance is actually on there now though.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
But you know they get it's like 70, it's like 60 or 70 awards or some shit like that. But I know that they boycotted this because this is our culture. This is for us, and y'all actually want to take this off. This is the first time y'all have ever put this award out there for us, bro. And then to me, that symbolizes like if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the barrier and break that barrier and actually show that, hey, we strong enough to stand behind this shit and we going to actually go with it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was big. That was early Will, you know what I'm saying? Like before all the movies and TV show, all this other shit, man. And I thought that was real big of him and DJ Jazzy Jeff to just be like, nah, you know what? Fuck that. We ain't doing this. Because y'all old white cats, 60-year-old men, y'all voting on this shit and y'all don't respect what we doing, and rap was kind of building at that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's coming along, it's a new genre, but are we going to respect this ghetto-ass shit? Because that's how they looked at it. Yeah. So when I thought about that story, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas really, they stood for this shit. They rode behind it. They got people to come behind them. They actually had, like, a plan with, like, Kumo D to come actually like start a little buzz about this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was real deep. And to me, man, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
that's always been in my heart and in my mind, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to stand up for what you believe in. And in that case, they stood up for what they believed in against the other race that had the power when it came to this. So that was the most inspirational story that I pretty much had, and it's resonated with me throughout life.
I picked Malcolm X. But mine came from films, just like that Netflix shit. Like just watching that shit and seeing like what the things they were saying and lining it up with what you already know and like what you think you already know, and just seeing that shit, it was like a nigga just going against the grain at one point in time against his own people, and who at one point sunned him, you know what I'm saying, and taught him everything he knew. So it was just like, but he still stood for the bigger cause. They didn't want him to because it was going to fuck their money up a little bit. It was going to fuck up other things that had nothing to do with this and that. So it was just like, at the end of the day, y'all can be against me. They going to be against me regardless because I'm black, but I'm still going to try to stand up for that bigger cause at the end of the day.
Changing, right?
Yeah. And they wasn't trying to let him in on certain shit just because of his views changing. He was going to announce that to the people that needed to know, which were the people. You know what I mean? Period.
That was a lot with even Martin Luther King. Like his shit started because I can't remember the movie.
Selma?
No, hell no. It was like a real documentary. It was on Showtime or HBO. The Last King, something like that. It's like 2 hours. It's like documentary I watched it, but it was dope, and it's pretty much like the last. I don't know if it was the last week. It was just I guess the last couple of years of his life. It was like how everything was changing, how he was really like, how his views was changing, and how he would how his thoughts was changing about the stuff he was talking about before, and how he was turning into a different side. And how he was pretty much, it was really draining on him, how that shit was just taking a toll on him and shit like that. But I had to think of I had to find it. I can tag it and thing, but it was a dope documentary to watch, to learn more, like another side that you really don't see.
Let me know what that
got
shit
to say
is.
about that shit.
You find that for sure.
You got anything?
I say my most influential person. It was kind of hard to say because I wasn't around, but I would have to say Huey P. Newton. He's a black activist, founder of Black Panthers. It take a lot, man, to be like black to me, and then to like actually fight back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was gonna go with Malcolm X too, and like I did both. But since you already said them, I was gonna kind of, because I plotted on both of them. So, but I would say Huey P. Man, because it's just like you see when like people when we react a certain type of way, like people might like look at black people and be like, oh, I'm scared, and shit. But in reality, you should be fucking scared. You know what I'm saying? Because like this land and this country and the shit that they founded all belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a lot of this shit is just like, and we taking advantage of a lot. And that to build a group and to have a voice that can make these people go against everything, you know what I'm saying, no matter what religion, no matter what, what background they come from, as long as you got African descent, enough power, just like Malcolm was, like had to have enough power to get all these people to follow you and to like rebel and riot in the streets and fucking send these people shaking. Like that takes a strong ass person, you know what I'm saying? And influential because he practically did it on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like other than building the organization before it started, he was on the streets just like how you see bag ladies handing out newspapers and telling you that the world is going to end. He telling you that there's going to be an uprising of a black revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, they stand on the corners and do that shit. Before it was, like, violent protesting. So I had to say Huey P. Newton would be probably one of my influential people.
I had another story, inspirational story. Was damn Black Wall Street. How they just pretty much ran their own community, just a black community having banks, having doctors, dentists, had pretty much everything in the house. Mm-hmm. Grocery stores, newspapers, movie theaters, all type of shit.
That's like that buy back the block shit.
Yeah. They pretty much had it, and then some white mobsters or whatever you want to call them came and just had planes, shit, bombing it, like just fucked up the whole place. And that was in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I want to, I want to know more about it because it's really like, it's not a lot. I'm saying other than like just articles and stuff, it ain't really I found much out there about it. I'm sure it's some books and shit, but yeah, that was just another one. Just that was a powerful one that when we actually come together, we show that we can be unified and do some shit if we stick together. But that seemed like that's far fetched nowadays. So.
And you were talking like Mr. Newton and whatnot.
Yeah, who was your most influential person?
LeBron James. Honestly, for right now, I just had to think about right now, and I'm like, right now, the most influential black person standing is LeBron James. It was Bron for me.
Yeah,
the things that he done did in the communities, bro, it stands for itself. Like,
especially when he opened that school, that was
huge. Yeah, that was it,
and
man.
Then the stuff that come with that, like helping the parents find jobs.
I was thinking about that.
He just gave all them scholarships
away, paying for
if they go to
college.
Akron, they got all that shit.
When I first seen that, I was like, whoa, hold on, he changing the game with this shit.
Yeah, helping the parents get GEDs and shit like that, like everything, giving them groceries, all kind of shit,
all of that shit.
Yeah, giving the kids bikes, and I think he pairing with Lyft, some kind of but he pairing with Lyft for like a bike service type shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Having bikes in like neighborhoods and shit because he knew that was like a big. That was a big part of him. Like growing up, he was always on his bike, just going everywhere. That's pretty much his transportation. That's how he was getting around. And he said that's what he want to bring with the Lyft shit. I don't know how it really gonna work, but I know he just doing a lot. And he got the book that I sent you, that I Promise book that's coming out for kids 4 to 8. And
that man
that's
really
that's
doing
part of
shit.
a book deal too, you guys. I think he got like 3 books on the way, but that's I guess that's the first one out of the installment.
Yeah.
But
I think he doing some shit like some
really,
president type shit. Like this is how I look at a president, what they actually supposed to be doing. But I'm thinking like, oh, this nigga LeBron, like really realistically, they tell him, man, I went back and looked at that video where that woman was like, you know what, people say you should just shut up and dribble. That man brought me so much anger, bro, because this guy doing so much for the players and for people like us, kids, people from hood neighborhoods, all that, bro. Like, he remember all that and he giving back to this.
That's
but then you gonna tell this nigga to shut up and not talk about politics and shit like that. I was kind of like, like, y'all trying to down this man, but there's nothing that you can do to down this man as a person. This man has given back. Unlike the nigga that made that name all over these shoes and shit, you know what I'm saying, like Jordan. I would think that he was doing some shit like that. Because when we was looking at that question, I think you might have said something about it last time. And I was like, Jordan, the most influential black person. I was like, hold on, let me take this back, because hell nah, he influential on getting you to buy them these shoes every damn week. But besides that, man, what is this man honestly doing? Yeah. But LeBron is
at least we don't. I'm saying he might be doing shit, but we don't see it.
We don't see it. But LeBron it's out there. You're like, you can look this up on Google and say, okay, he helping with this charity, that charity. He got a Boys and Girls Club he fucking with.
And then even he talk like he go in more like we was talking about shut up and dribble, like on that More Than the Athlete that's on ESPN Plus. That shit is dope. Like it goes through pretty much from childhood to now, and they go through everybody in his camp and how like he brought them along and everything, like what they doing and what they aspirations and shit is too, and stuff like that. But LeBron, he really won. You could tell like once he done, once he done playing it, he gonna be in the news just like he was when he was playing. Like
definitely.
Just for a different reason, but he definitely gonna be one of the ones that push the culture.
Who's yours? Yeah, who's your person be? Cause I got mine.
I ain't really have like just one. It was just LeBron. It was on the list. Like, I guess people that really like Obama. He inspirational. Just seeing a black man be a president is just show you like anything is possible.
And he's still going too.
Yeah. So that just him alone, they just show you that never give up or just stick the course. You can do it or whatever. That really show you that you can do some shit. Cause now my first time voting, Yeah, when I was 18, that was when he was.
That was probably a bunch of people first time voting. Just when he was in the office.
That was my first time.
I think that's his first term. And I remember when he had won, going to school playing "My President is Black" by Jeezy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that shit playing going through the hallways and shit. Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, but I remember being 18, going to vote and shit, and like just the first time, just doing it. Most people, it was more doing it because it was a black man doing it. They probably wasn't even necessarily doing it because of what his policies was. They was pretty much just trying to see a change. And just when he got in there, that really showed like, oh shit, like I guess you could call that's the highest honor you can have as far as in America, or like far being in a leadership role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to see a black man there, that just showed like, all right, we can do something for real. Like if you just stick to your plans and just keep with it, then shit can happen.
So I got a question. Everybody in this room voted?
Yeah.
Y'all voted? I've never voted before.
Yeah.
Have you? You voted?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. You need to exercise that right. Long time ago.
I think locally I would vote, but I don't think I would vote
think it's
for
more.
president.
That's why it's more. It's more powerful to do it locally.
Yeah, it's what's affecting you.
It's affecting you.
I was gonna say I think I would vote locally.
The president
but
shit, bro.
I need to educate myself more on politics too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know shit about it.
You'll be shocked which way you would actually go.
Yeah, but still, like a lot of that shit. Even if like just the last one, Hillary won the popular vote and still lost. So like, and then that's when people like, do your vote really count?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of shit with that. Like.
But I think there's a lot of money in play with that shit too.
Yeah,
like I kind of figured like before,
of
like I figured Donald Trump wasn't gonna run for president until Obama couldn't run anymore because he didn't want to lose to him, and he would have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was I should have really picked. I think I'm gonna pick up.
That would have been a hell of a race though. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because they would have came out. And we would have came out.
It would have been
twice as hard.
It would have been. Yeah, it would have been a fucking scene.
Bro, this is like a heavyweight fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
It'd have been like Wilder and fucking.
It would have, bro. Honestly, because you know.
Hell no.
The first fight maybe, not the second one.
But yeah, that would have been that'd have been a championship bout, man. Because you know they're gonna rise up for him.
Yeah.
Regardless of what, if it's right or wrong, we come. But we gonna come for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big one for me, especially just being able to vote that first time and being able to mark his name down. That was dope to do.
Remember that? What year was that? 2008?
2008.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm 14.
I had
2000. I guess it was 2009. Cause that's when you vote in the new year, don't you?
Yeah, because we vote this year, right?
Did you vote the past year? Did you vote the past year?
Not in the new
It's
year.
every 4 years.
Yeah.
And we ain't voted since 16.
It was 8 to 14.
Yeah, because I'm saying,
It's
this
year.
it's going to be
We
this
still
year.
doing campaign trails now.
Yeah, but I think it's in like November or something, though?
Yeah,
it's in November.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's when it was then. But yeah, just doing, I guess being able to vote and then him winning it like made it like he was a part of him getting in there and shit.
You voted this
You
past year?
felt proud.
This past year, what?
Did you vote the year before or
Talking about locally?
the last time? No, like for the president.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
You? Who y'all vote for?
It don't matter now. It don't matter now. Here.
I really don't know. Like
This year, I actually said that I wasn't gonna vote, but now that I thought about it, I was like, bro, a lot of people didn't. They like our people fought for this, for us to have the right to be able to vote.
I'm really like ignorant to that. All the political shit, really. Like
I am too, bro. That's why I say I don't really vote because it would be like
hypocritical.
Yeah, it would be selfish too because I don't know shit about what I'm voting about for or who, you know what I'm saying, or what they believe in, except what comes on TV and have that
even
shit
the local
be slandered.
shit, like I meant to, but I missed the last one. But a lot of that shit, like I don't know what I'm even voting for, like who these people are, none of that shit. So.
And they be having some of their stuff in like newspapers and shit like that. They'll have some of their shit.
Even
where
if
we
you
don't,
do,
where we
like,
don't be.
if
You know what I'm saying? Like where we don't be at. So it's just like we don't read newspapers.
Yeah,
you know, like just little shit like that.
125. Give me a pack of cigars. What you talking about?
That's how much they
Yeah, buddy.
Newspapers?
It said on Sundays they 125.
Lizah don't come out on Sundays though, do you come out?
Yeah.
They do come out on Sundays?
125 on Sundays.
You do the paper, look,
Damn,
some places though.
Yeah, $1.
I thought that's because coupons though. Like they
they go
coupons.
They all free if you get behind somebody that's gonna buy one.
First time they put me in there, I took 6.
Yeah, they all free if you get behind somebody who buy one. Trust.
I know it's like Charlotte.
I'm taking the whole family of paper home. Baby gonna get a paper.
I'm finna start it.
But yeah, that's
coupon. That's what it said, man.
Save.
They got now. You can scan the coupons on this app. You can scan all the coupons you get, and it'll make it to where it's one coupon. So like if you go there and like if you like coupon or something like that, like a shopping cart, you can go put it all on one coupon and then just use your shit from your phone. Like how they do that Walmart shopping go shit.
Got me.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I had Tupac.
Pop.
Oh, yeah, Pac was on mine too.
Yeah,
but I kind of got caught up with Obama, but yeah, Tupac.
I said that just because he put it in music to where most niggas was. Like where most niggas go to, where most niggas absorb most of their knowledge, honestly. Like if we didn't have music, we wouldn't know a lot of shit that we couldn't even get to. We wouldn't know what restaurant names was, just little shit, you know what I'm saying? Just like little small stuff like that. So it was like he put it there to where niggas could realize what they were actually in, because some people probably didn't even know too much on poverty or what circumstances they really was living because they couldn't see outside of their area, you know what I'm saying? But his message was like to the point where he was fucked up in a sense, so he relates to you and you understand like shit, I'm kind of in the same situation, and we niggas, we black people, we gotta do better, we gotta get up out of here.
Niggas get used to
we gotta do that.
Just fine.
Content, they be content, and this is like I'm cool. Like the environment swallows people.
Of your environment.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like you either elevate or your environment swallows you. You know what I'm saying? And you just start doing stuff like that. Where he was putting the music was the most important thing to me. Because, or where he was putting the message is where actually in the music, because that's where most of niggas was, and without that, I feel like it would have eventually we would have got somebody to be on that same wave, but it helped us increase more people like that. You know what I'm saying? To put it in a craft and be passionate about it, so where you can deliver it most, and that was like the only, like he was a musician, so I'm gonna put it here to where I know millions of people will get this message and get to where we at and why we need to elevate. And you know what I'm saying? That whole wave he was on, it just made awareness and made motivation out of it too. Because of his passion.
I think Kendrick like that now though.
And that's that's the examples I had. I said Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z. Like, cause Jay-Z came out at the same time he was there. So it's like if he wouldn't have passed, Jay-Z might have kept rapping the same way he was, which is kind of Hawaiian. Like he was kind of on some different type of like style when he first came out as Jazz-O with Jazz-O and shit. Yeah. So when Pac died, it may have struck him to like, okay, let me teach with my music. You know what I'm saying? Like it might have helped people realize like his message was deeper than just get a check with this shit. Right. He was gonna teach with this shit. So it was like he kind of birthed a lot of people in a sense. Kendrick's, Cole's, like rappers that kept that shit going, and it was just like that's evolution. Yeah, cause he been gone how long? You know what I'm saying? We still talk about that shit like that. Him, period, and as being the greatest, being an activist, being all kind of shit. So that's who I put as mine.
Yeah, personally. I had him down because a lot just he was human, man. He just a lot of the shit he went through, like one day he was like you said, one day he'd be activist, like he was a human, right? One day he would be acting out, one day he'd be on some positive shit. Like it's just he really like showed his emotions and just showed like I ain't gotta be this way all the time. He was out like he was always somebody. Well, I ain't really saying somebody different, but he was just showing, I guess, the different sides that he had.
He was just a raw kid.
Transparent. You could tell he was like in the stages trying to figure out who he was and shit like that.
You gotta think that nigga was on shit.
25.
He was only 25.
You know what I'm saying? When you go through a lot of shit, bro, that's gonna cause you.
Yeah. Let's say, and we didn't even know what mental health was at that point. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Like he was a sporadic person at the end of the day, so it was. It's kind of like,
but they don't understand that. We get that. You know what I'm saying? Like
because of where we come from, and because of the realization he's putting us. You know what I'm saying? To keep that shit pushing, move this culture forward. Like I might not be here, but I'm gonna plant the seed of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spark that brain that one day will, and you can see obviously the evolutions of that as we keep going.
Yeah, but he definitely was a big one. I'm saying to this day, shit in his music still like resonate to this day. That he made forever ago. So from the first CD to up until the
everything really has some potency
up
to it.
Up until
even on All Eyes on Me, he still had songs going at political leaders and you know what I'm saying, going at people that was trying to check him and how he expressed himself. You know,
what's the one that Do for Love is on? Still Alive. Whatever I think it was like the first.
Our Posthumanist album.
Well, the first after one was that Machiavelli, but it was already done. But yeah,
Are
whatever
You Still
Do
Alive?
Yeah,
I think.
But after that, I can't listen because then they start putting Ja Rule.
Yeah, they start mixing.
Like,
they start mixing.
No song fucking Ja Rule. Like, get out here with that shit. But they start putting stupid ass people on.
You think 50 got a song with that nigga? Like 50, I think he on the song with that nigga.
Well, I can see that because he on that Resurrection album.
Yeah.
But I remember that might have been the first one I bought. Actually, now that I think about it, the Resurrection album from the movie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
okay.
Damn, that was the first one you bought?
It might have been now that I think about it because I did buy that. I bought Rich Boy too, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that last one, but I ain't gonna bring that up. He bought the Rich Boy album. Yeah, like I was wondering, like I don't know if he want to bring that. I don't know if it was the first one, but I was thinking did Rich Boy come out before the Carter 3? Like
hell yeah, he came out before. Yeah, he came out before. Those some D's came out way before Carter 3. It was a whole year before.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So that might have been.
No, but I'm saying
came around
the Resurrection came out before all of that.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah, it did. I think so.
Soldier. Free.
Yeah. But we had a song with Biggie on there, 50. Yeah, some shit on there. But I think that might have been the first one. I can't remember. But yeah, Pac always. To this day, if I see a Pac shirt, I'm buying it. If I ain't already got it, I gotta snag it.
I want one of those really big Pac shirts, like with the whole face on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want one of those if I could ever find one like that.
But yeah, just to this day, everything he be saying, that shit still sticks.
Chill. Nigga still in the hospital to this.
Hey, I got a question though. You think it's go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm about to say we'll have anything else on that. Or
anything else?
You think it's more important or that it makes anything difference that sometimes like the people that are really influential and that are inspirational that like sometimes we don't appreciate them till they gone? You think that's
an important key to it?
You think that's like you think that's a bad part, or you think that's still good even though like some people, because you might now catch on to somebody and you might feel what they're saying, but then now they're gone. So now really if they had more, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't know. But if you was listening from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, you think it's better that people listen to you while you're here, or
I feel like it depends. It depends on who's receiving it and what they do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if somebody passed, and when Nipsey passed, I already had watched all his interviews because I was a fan of the nigga at that point. You know what I'm saying? But you watch it differently because you know you ain't gonna get nothing else but these precious words. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you cherish it a lot differently, and you easily can stimulate it into your everyday life.
So you think it works better when they're gone?
Unfortunately, it helps put awareness to it.
They get more of their flowers once they go.
Because Pop Smoke shit, rest in peace, went up 200%. You know what I'm saying?
I seen 392 this morning. I seen 392 this morning.
That goes to anybody that died. But I'm saying they want like I ain't gonna speak on that, but yeah. But most time it's gonna hit more once they pass, and they gonna really take in what they was talking about, especially when they was in a position really talking about some shit that's like that could be culture changing or whatever, or just talking about change. And once you gone, then that's when that shit gonna really spike.
It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, unfortunately.
Hate it usually is like that, but that's usually how it works.
I mean, nobody really. I mean, that's just like that Malcolm shit we was talking about earlier. Like,
didn't know until that popped up.
Then nobody knows shit about the whole situation until that came on. Then look who profited off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just full circle back around to our culture. People profiting off of our culture and not knowing nothing about it. So.
But that's gonna be everything we talk about in this Black History episode today. The podcast that never was. Hope everybody appreciate it. Keep listening, keep sharing, keep supporting, of course.
Long live getting it.
Black Power.
Every month, not just February. And we out.